If you are learning about kino escalation, emotional escalation in order to close a girl, you are super lame. But if you understand that closing is a natural consequence of your imagination, then you are in the right direction. I understood that imagination creates reality when I was severely suffering from anxiety and panic attacks during COVID lockdown. At that time, I was not allowed to game anyone. I had to stay with myself. And then I developed all these painful mental health conditions. I then decided to fix it, and I stumbled upon all these spiritual mentors from Nepal, India, manifestation experts from the West, and I learned that my mind is so powerful that it can influence every atom of my physical reality. This is also the reason why yogis have been calling our physical external reality as Maya. Maya means illusion, a magical lie. Even though you think that your external physical reality is very real, is very solid, because you can perceive everything in your external reality through your five senses, it is not real at all. Your physical universe is actually completely immaterial and it is completely mental. When you truly gain access to your mind, you can influence all the circumstances, all the situations in your external reality. Right now, if you're facing tragic circumstances in your external reality, I am 100% sure that if you simply close your eyes and sit down for at least 10 minutes, you are going to find all sorts of negative mental imagery and negative feelings present in your mind. All of those things are going to bubble up inside of your mind if you simply sit down and start to observe the content of your own mind. So yogis have decided that they would rather meditate and upgrade their state of mind in order to change their external circumstances rather than simply struggling, simply manipulating, simply competing with other men, simply hustling in order to change their situations of external reality. So you do not have to go out into this external reality of yours and compete with other men and learn all these closing sequences, all these pickup tactics, all these outer game tactics in order to close a girl. That is a wrong approach. Your external reality is a manifestation of your mind, is a projection, is an extension of your mind. And your outer game is a manifestation of your inner game. What is inner game? The concept that you have about yourself, the self image that is impressed into your mind is your inner game. If your inner game is right, you will be compelled to utter the right kinds of words. You will be compelled to exhibit the right kinds of body language. Your subconscious mind is going to compel the girl that you desire to come closer to you, to touch you, to compliment you, to actually want to be with you. Because your subconscious mind is infinitely intelligent. It will change your reality completely if you know how to write new programs in it. Now let's go into actually changing the program in your subconscious mind so that you can be a closer effortlessly, naturally. You do not have to learn any pickup techniques, any outer game tactics in order to close a girl. The first step is obviously, I've told you thousands and thousands of times in my previous videos, and that is get into a receptive attitude of mind. And that is done through Yoga Nidra. Andrew Huberman calls Yoga Nidra as non-sleep deep rest protocol. When you're doing Yoga Nidra, you're just guiding your attention through your body parts one by one until you achieve a state of relaxation. When that happens, your breathing rate starts to slow down. When your breathing rate starts to slow down, your brain waves start to slow down as well. Right now, your brain wave is beta brain wave. When you do Yoga Nidra correctly and your breathing rate starts to slow down, your brain waves will become alpha brain waves and theta brain waves. Now, your brain is going to think in pictures and your brain will be very receptive. Your mind will be very receptive and fertile to all sorts of suggestions that you're about to give to it. Now, what you're going to do after you perform Yoga Nidra is you start to create an imaginal act in your mind where you are already the person that you want to become and you have already closed the girls that you desire. So, for example, you can visualize an imaginal act where you're walking up to a mirror and you see the most powerful, most attractive version of yourself. Are you mesmerized by yourself in that reflection? How are you going to stand? How are you going to breathe? How are you going to act now that you have become that very powerful version of yourself? Notice all of these things in your imaginal act. Now, I want you to imagine a different scene where you are already with a girl that you desire. You're already touching her hair, you're kissing her, you're smelling her perfume, you're doing all sorts of wonderful things with her. She is saying all sorts of wonderful compliments to you, like, oh my God, I'm so lucky, you're so amazing, I'm proud to be with a guy like you. And I want you to imagine another scene where all of your friends, your family members, your well wishers are saying to you, wow, you have changed so much so fast. What's your secret? Now, all this imaginal act signifies that you are now an amazing version of yourself and you just close girls effortlessly. In fact, in this imaginal act, all the girls that you desire are already closed by you. I want you to imagine this sort of visualization in your mind and provide all the sensory vividness to this imaginal act. When you provide all the sensory vividness to this imaginal act, your brain gets tricked into thinking that this imagined activity is actually happening to you in real time. Now, here's the tricky part. You have to hold your attention on this imaginal act and mentally rehearse them over and over again. Because only through mental rehearsal, the neural networks that are related to this imaginal act is going to be hard and set in your brain. And that neural network is going to send a rush of chemicals down your body. These chemicals are going to create feelings inside of your body. These feelings are very important because these feelings are going to be very elevated in nature. Why? Because you have imagined wonderful things happening to you and you have completely immersed yourself into this imaginal act. So, of course, you're going to derive feelings of joy or thrill or gratitude. And these elevated emotions are going to course through your entire being. Now, your brain and your body is primed for a new destiny. Now you are headed towards a destiny where you are actually super powerful and where you actually are effortlessly closing the girls that you desire. Now, Neville Goddard said, feeling is the secret of attracting the life that you desire. These feelings are going to breathe life into your imaginal act. Whatever you have imagined will just materialize into your three-dimensional reality in the most unexpected manner and in the most unexpected time. The only thing that you have to do now is do this exercise every night for at least 30 days. Because right now, your imaginal faculty is not trained, your attention faculty is not trained, the capacity that you have to feel these wonderful elevated feelings is not nice, is not up to par. So every night before you go to bed, I want you to do this exercise and gradually one day you will land this imaginal act along with elevated emotions in the deepest part of your mind. You will feel all of these wonderful feelings. You'll sleep with all of those wonderful feelings. And the next morning, you will wake up as a completely changed human being. And suddenly, everything that you have visualized will actually happen in your external reality. The best part is you did not have to learn a single pickup tactic. You did not have to study any of these idiotic pickup gurus. You just had to train your mind. You just have to train your imagination in order to get what you desire. Now, if you want one-on-one personalized coaching from me, where I will hold your hand to success and help you build a solid inner game by helping you master how to use your imagination, your attention, your feelings in order to get the girls that you desire, in order to get the life that you desire, then message me on my Gmail or my WhatsApp, which are linked in the description box down below and the pinned comment section down below as well. subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.